It is hard to know where to start when it comes to this InfoWars conversation that was had today about loving Hitler and Nazis. The interview with the artist formerly known as Kanye West was so shockingly anti-Semitic. Our next guest says even Alex Jones, the Sandy Hook denier, squirmed. We welcome back NBC News senior reporter Ben Collins. He covers disinformation and extremism on the internet, and Jonathan Greenblatt, who unfortunately has been working overtime for the last year, CEO and national director of the Anti-Defamation League. His book is It Could Happen Here: Why America is Tipping from Hate to the Unthinkable and How We Can Stop It. Ben, this interview is undeniably vile. Like, you think you couldn't have heard worse things from Alex Jones? And then there was this, that even he had to tell Kanye to dial it back. What shocked you the most after listening to it all?
I mean, just overtly saying the words, I like Hitler and Hitler did some good things. Those are relatively verboten even on InfoWars, even on Alex Jones's show. But, you know, we have reached that breaking point here. Alex Jones even stepped in and said, you know, I don't have anything against Jewish people. I like most Jewish people are good people and all this stuff. He had to step in and qualify statements from one of his guests on InfoWars. Think about that for a second. This was a deeply hateful interview with every, this isn't dog whistling, every trope that the Nazis pushed about Jewish people in the 20s, 30s. That's where this is at. This was a straight up overt Nazism pushed by Kanye West and very gently pushed back upon from Alex Jones.
I'm afraid to even ask you this question. How's the far right reacting to this, Ben?
So some people are against this. They realize it's a red line for a lot of people. For a lot of people, Donald Trump is still an electoral project. And for those people, they realize that they have to get away from this guy, and he is clearly nuclear. This is not a thing you have to align with. But there are obviously parts of 4chan that are very excited about this, saying, he finally did it. He finally brought our talking points without the dog whistles, without alluding to something. He brought them to the forefront. So things we've been saying on the internet, on these anti-Semitic and white supremacist Nazi forums for years. You know, this is coming out of a guy with Grammy's mouths. You know, this is coming out of the mouth of a guy who has millions of Twitter followers, who has aligned himself with the GOP overtly. He says he's running for president. So it's a very scary day. And Steph, I really want to say this very quickly. If we don't step up here, this is a problem. Like, this is, if Donald Trump doesn't get this guy away from him, it's going to be a very rough few years here. This is literally Nazism coming out of the mouths of one of the biggest celebrities in the United States.
Jonathan, throughout your whole career, your whole life, did you ever think you would be sitting here right now and having a conversation about a major celebrity publicly saying, I like Hitler?
I mean, Stephanie, to be perfectly honest with you, we've been warning at ADL about the normalization of anti-Semitism for a long time. I've talked with you about it on your show, I think as recently as last week. Well, this is what it looks like. As you said, one of the most popular entertainers in the world telling us that Hitler did some good things. And then, by the way, a few hours later, tweeting out a swastika inside a Jewish star. So Jewish people, if they feel alarmed, it's because they are correct. We are seeing something so destructive, so dangerous. This is as scary as it's been, I think, in memory. And when you have people like Nick Fuentes and Kanye West, the most public anti-Semites in a generation, having an audience, and then again, Twitter openly as a platform, allowing them to amplify their intolerance. I mean, in InfoWars, as Ben was saying, this is not exactly 60 Minutes. I mean, this is the place where Pizzagate, this is the place where Sandy Hook, this is the place where 9/11 conspiracies run amok. And yet now, as Ben was saying, what Kanye is doing there is a bridge too far for Alex Jones, who's a long way from, like, Dan Rather or Morley Safer or those icons of journalism. So I am worried. Jewish people are worried. These comments aren't just offensive, okay, Stephanie? They are dangerous. they can lead to real world violence. That's where we are right now.
Jonathan, I saw something crazy. A recent survey found that 1 in 10 respondents don't recall ever even hearing the word Holocaust. How can that even be?
Look, I mean, I think we do need to acknowledge the fact that many Americans probably couldn't name who our vice president is, don't know how many amendments to our Constitution. But, you know, look, the Holocaust is an ancient history. My grandfather was a Holocaust survivor. Jews being persecuted is an ancient history. My wife came to this country as a political refugee. And so when Kanye, and let me just point out something else, no one should be giving Kanye a pass or an excuse saying it's Kanye being Kanye, or he has mental illness. Mental illness is not an excuse for anti-Semitism. And the anti-Jewish hate coming at us from all sides, from entertainers, from athletes, from comedians, from entrepreneurs, again, from the former president. I mean, it is beyond alarming. And so I think, again, all of us are just deeply terrified in this moment.
We certainly are. This is a time when we have to step up and stop it. Ben Collins, thank you so much for your reporting. Jonathan Greenblatt, thank you so much for your work.